Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposed, Scandalous Files of the Elite. I am your host, Jim Chapman, and today I'm releasing Volume 5 of the Murdaugh Jailhouse phone calls. Got a ton of these, and y'all seem to enjoy them, so every now and then I drop one of these volumes. In this volume, you're going to hear some pretty wild stuff from Alex Murdaugh as he speaks to Buster, John Marvin, Liz, Randy, and Lynn. It's 14 phone calls in total, and here are what they sounded like.
Hey, bud.
Hey.
What you doing?
Nothing. I'm in bed in Charlotte.
Am I waking you up?
No, it's not. It's only 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Hey, I hit 9 out of 11 games on Sunday on the pro games.
Well,
I missed the Eagles and I missed the Steelers. The Eagles were 3.5-point favorites over the Giants, and they lost. And the Steelers were 4.5-point underdogs to the Bengals, and they lost by 20. But I hit 9 out of 11. That's pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
I won like 6 soups, 4 beef sticks, a bunch of crackers, cookies, a bunch of canteen shit.
Well, that's good.
It was like 13 I was playing. Everybody put in something,
All right.
I won 13 things. So, anyway, how you doing?
I'm good. Like I said, just in Charlotte.
Jim, have you talked to Jim lately?
I haven't. John Marvin talked to Jim today.
Did he tell you about them expediting this thing?
Expediting what?
This appeal. It's called habeas corpus. It kind of deals with a constitutional issue. You have a constitutional right to bail for any non-capital offense. And so when he denied bond, they filed a habeas corpus petition. And the Supreme Court first said they weren't going to expedite it. Then they wrote back and gave the Attorney General 10 days to respond. You would assume, or at least the lawyers assume, that if they weren't going to do something, they would just let it sit. But, I don't get my hopes up, but they seem to have their hopes up.
I hear you.
What else did he tell John?
John said that he was going to talk to me about something, but said he'd rather talk to me about it in person. That's probably what it was.
No, that wouldn't be it. That wouldn't make sense. Why you want to talk to you about that in person?
But mostly, I've had John calling David Owens every day to try to get my guns back. And prior to Thanksgiving, David Owens said that we could have them back, and then today he said we couldn't have them back. So that's what John was calling to tell me. And then he called and told Jim what David Owens said about not being able to get them.
I wonder why.
John said that he used the language out of an abundance of caution. And then John said, well, have you not run the ballistics on them? And apparently he was like, no, we have. And he was like, well, were these guns used in the crime? And they were like, no. And he was like, well, why can't we have them back? So, I don't know. I've just been trying to get some of my stuff back.
Hey, John Marvin needs to go. You know that vacuum packer that John Marvin lent us to send the skinning shed?
No, that huge one?
Yeah. He needs to go pick that up.
Okay.
It's for before they, take it like, think it's mine.
Yeah.
Paul had borrowed it, and there's a bunch of John Marvin's tools in the shop. I told him he needs to get out. All those Milwaukee tools, all those jacks, all that stuff Paul borrowed, and I borrowed a lot of it too.
Yeah, we're gonna be down in Greenfield this weekend hunting quail, and he talked about going over the Moselle and getting some of that stuff.
You need to make sure did y'all turn the power off at the house?
Yeah.
You need to make
Not
sure.
just the house. It's been turned off at all the sheds and the cabin and whatnot.
But not the house?
No, it's been turned off at the house.
Well, you need to make sure it's not getting moldy in there.
We removed all the stuff from the refrigerators and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, we'll check.
Did y'all turn the water off and all that? Because the ice maker will keep running.
Dad, we didn't. I think it was a city thing or a county thing, and I'm assuming they just turned it all off.
Well,
but I don't know that.
They wouldn't have gone inside and turned off the ice maker. I mean, the water keeps running to the ice maker is what I'm saying, even with the power off sometimes.
Well, no, but I'm not convinced they didn't shut the water off.
Well, we just needed to check it, and we needed to check out of other stuff.
Matter of fact, I know that they shut the water off. Because the last time I was out there was no water.
All right.
Like, not even in the machine.
10-4. We got to go deal with all Mom's. Since when I get out, I got to go deal with all Mom's stuff in storage.
Well, we're trying to get that going. As soon as John is given the personal representative of the estate, we'll be able to go in there and start moving some stuff. Even if we can't get it all moved, we could probably move 2 or 3 units to knock the price down.
Yeah. If I can get out, I really need to be there for that. But I mean, if I can, I mean, it is what it is. All right, I need to call John Marvin too and talk to him about a couple things. So let me run, and I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you next time I can. Okay.
Okay.
Everything else okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Lizzie's been sending me a bunch of cards and letters, so I wrote her a letter. I figured she'd appreciate it.
Well, that's good.
Hey, Bus, I'd like to send Brooklyn a letter, too. I need to get her address.
Okay. Let me confirm with her, and I'll give it to you next time. Just try to remember to bring, like, a little pencil or something with you next time you're on the phone.
I'll have a pen and paper.
But she's got a
call Blanca for
address.
me?
No, I still haven't called Blanca. I keep forgetting to call Blanca.
Okay, do you want me to get somebody else to do it?
No, I mean, I'm fine to do it. It's just, I don't know. For some reason, I keep forgetting.
Okay, well, are you going to remember for me? Because I'd like to call her soon. And I don't mind getting somebody else to do it. I know you got a lot going on.
No, I mean, do you have Blanca's number?
No, that's what I said. I told you I got to get her number, and I wanted you to let her know I'm going to be calling and make sure that she's good with that, number one. And number two, kind of tell her what she's got to do.
10-4. Okay, well, yeah, I'll reach out to her.
Will you please do that in the morning?
Yes.
And will you please tell her that I'd asked you to do it before Thanksgiving and you just had a lot going on and forgot?
Yep.
You promise?
I promise I'm going to try, bro.
All right. I
feel confident that I should remember before,
I know you had said you didn't really want to, I mean, she had irritated you, and if you don't want to call her, I promise you I'll get Lizzie or Grandma or somebody else.
No, I can call her.
All right. And I'll try to call you. I should be able to call tomorrow. So, I love you.
All right, love you too.
But I want to send Brooklyn just a little note.
Okay, well, I'll get her address the way she has to get it sent to the mailbox, and I'll let you know what that is.
All right, get a good night's sleep. Did you get back from the D?
No, I was checking my email all day today. I emailed him at the beginning of this week, and I haven't heard back. I emailed him and
Hold on, you did what?
I emailed him and I CC'd the associate dean, and I haven't heard back yet.
Okay, if you don't hear today, this is Monday. You did it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow, you might just shoot a follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't hear from him, I'm definitely shooting a follow-up later this week.
Tomorrow?
And if I don't hear from him, I might get in touch with Butch to see if you can call him and say that I've been trying to get in touch with him.
All right.
Has Butch paid all the money that he was owed?
Yes.
Okay.
Up front, and it was up front, and it was 30 grand up front and 30.
I know with
he
a
was
contingency on if it was successful. I'm just making sure I don't want to call him if he not have the shit he has. He was supposed to have.
Nah, he knows he's totally paid.
I mean, would he be willing to do something like that, you think?
Absolutely. But I would do it yourself first. I'd just say, hey, just following up, the holidays.
No, I will now, but I mean, if you don't answer me by the back end of this week and we get into the middle of next week, then something's got to be done for me to reach these people.
That's what I'm saying. When do classes start?
January the 5th.
5th? Yeah, that's why you need to send it tomorrow, and if you haven't heard from him by Friday, and I'd say something real nice, just like, hey, just following up on my email. I know this is a busy time of year, but was hoping we could meet soon. Just like that. Or we could get a meeting set soon.
Yeah.
Or a reset soon is what I'd say. And then just say thank you for your attention.
10-4.
Something real nice like that. But you ought to send it tomorrow to give him a chance to respond to you Friday. And if you don't hear it, call Butch. I call him late Friday afternoon. And
okay.
That way he can be prepared to call them first thing Monday morning.
10-4.
Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, I'm the one that came up with the idea on this telephone call.
Buster, there's so many things I got to tell y'all when I get out of here. Lord have mercy. It's something else. But anyway, I love you.
All right, love you too.
I hope you know how proud of you I am.
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
I do.
All right, old boy. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Love you more. Bye.
All right.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. How
what
you
doing?
I'm just sitting there watching a little TV with Lizzie.
I'm sorry to call this late, though. We haven't been able to make phone calls really since.
No, man. It's perfectly fine.
Hey,
you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. He came to see me yesterday, and did they tell you about the Supreme Court expediting that thing?
Well, talking about for the bond hearing?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, and they're doing that?
Well, I mean, basically, I don't get my hopes up about anything, so I just, I take that as information only. But when he denied bond, this is what they tell me. I'm going by what they tell me. For non-capital cases, non-murder cases, you have a constitutional right to a bond. Maybe a high bond,
right,
but a bond. And that by denying a bond, they are entitled to file, because it's a violation of the Constitution, they can file what's called a writ of habeas corpus, which is just saying, hey, there's a constitutional violation going on. It needs to be fixed quickly. Normally you have a lengthy amount of time for the other side to respond. And
in this case, they said 10 days, didn't they?
And they cut it short and said 10 days. I don't know. They could just be saying, hey, we're going to dispose of this quickly. But they seem to think that if they weren't going to do something about it, they would have just let it sit. So they're at least optimistic that they're going to do something about it. So we'll see.
Okay, well, good.
So,
very good.
Hey, is everything else okay? Buster said you needed to talk to him in person.
No, everything's good. When we start talking about things over the phone, it always bothers me. I don't know if this is on this phone or not.
Especially this phone, so remember that. I'm just making sure everything's okay. John, where are you going to be tomorrow?
I'm going to be at my office, and then I've got to go to school for about an hour.
What time?
And then I'm going to be at my office.
going to the school at 12:45.
All right, I won't be able to call in anyway. I hope I'll be able to call in the morning or in the early afternoon. I've got to get this finance stuff straight with Jim and Dick.
Okay.
I put some thought into it, and I want you to will you have that letter with you tomorrow when I call you?
No, but I'll see if I can get it out. That letter really was nothing more than saying that they had received a request to look into it. It didn't say that it was being moved. It didn't say anything along those lines. But I'll try to find that letter.
Find that and try to read it to me, and I'm gonna talk to you about this other stuff, and let's figure out. I think I about figured it out, but let's figure out what to do. Cause I'm not gonna be able to talk for about another minute.
Okay, that's fine.
And
call me.
I'm gonna try to call Randy real quick, and I'll call you in the morning.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you then.
Early afternoon. Tell Lizzie I wrote her a letter, and I appreciate her sending me all that mail. That's really a highlight of my day and my week, getting mail.
Okay.
Lizzie's written me a bunch, and Lynn's written me a couple times, and Mary Marvin sent me letters, Randolph sent me a letter, Liza Gray sent me a letter. So make sure she knows how much I appreciate it, and tell her
I'll tell her right now.
And tell her
find that letter.
I'm going to get this out to her whenever I can.
Okay.
All right, love you.
All right, love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud, what's going on?
Nothing. What you doing?
Well, I'm eating a little supper, watching the game with a fire going.
Who's playing?
It's a replay. It's the Raiders and somebody. They're fun to. Hey, bud, I never know whether it's a replay or not until they start playing the game, and they don't have no time at all. As soon as one plays over, the next one comes up.
Yeah, that's the Raiders and the Bengals played Sunday. Only reason I know that is because one of the guys in here with me makes a board for the pro games, like
right.
And there's 11 games. Everybody puts something in from the canteen, There's 13
right.
13 of us, and I hit 9 out of 11 games. That's damn.
Did you?
That's hard to do. I'll never do that again. But that was one of the ones I lost was the Bengals and the Steelers. The Steelers
are the Raiders.
Wait, who are you watching?
This is the Raiders and the Cowboys, actually.
Oh yeah, that was Thanksgiving Day.
I don't even know, though.
Well, I know about that. So I was hoping
How
you
you
went
doing?
to Atlanta.
We leave tomorrow.
Oh well, good. You are going?
Yeah, we're going.
Well, I'm glad.
Hey, Bo, you know what? Yeah, but you know what? We have to. They'll be good and they'll be bad, but you know what? We just got to go. So, that's one of them things. Shit, I wish you was going with us.
I hope it's more good than bad.
Hey, but I asked Bus to go with us. I hadn't heard back, but I could tell. I could tell he was like not leery, but you know what I'm saying. Not.
Sure, I do. It's hard for him to go see all those people.
Hey, bud, let me tell you what it is. It's really hard, but at the same time, I don't know, man. It's tough. You know what? You just got to get out and go do it. Just keep the chin up and go. So, anyway, how you doing in there?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. I every time I start thinking about it, I brought it on myself. I can deal with it. I'll tell you what I've started doing. You'd be proud of me. I really started exercising pretty dang hard. I was like almost 2 hours and 40 minutes today, just because we were shut in the room this morning. But I've been like an hour and 15 or 20 minutes a day.
Hey, but that's good. That's very good.
This is the start of I started on Friday the 12th. And I mean,
Right.
I can tell a distinct difference already. You know, when I hadn't exercised in 25 years.
Shit, bro. Hey, bro, me either, actually.
And,
You know?
I mean, and both laying around in rehab and then really so for 38 days I did very little. The last
Right.
about 7 I was up a lot more, but I still wasn't doing anything strenuous. So that's
Right,
a month
right.
and a week. And then when I came in here, I obviously thought I was getting out on the 19th, so I didn't do anything. And then I thought I was getting out shortly after that with Donna Maddox, you know. So I didn't do anything for about 2.5 weeks in here.
Right.
Really, it's longer than that. And then I started doing a few push-ups, but for some reason it made my head hurt after about a few days. But now it's not doing that. I guess I've got.
You told me that.
I've gotten in better shape.
Right.
I'll tell you another
Right.
thing I've noticed, and I don't know what made me notice it and how I didn't notice it before, or if I didn't have it before, but I've noticed I got ringing in my ears. I don't know if it's any, I mean, I can't imagine it's any big deal, but when I get out of here, I'm going to get that.
Hey, bro, they can't make it go away, but hearing aids can help it some, you know?
You think that's a hearing thing?
Well, bro, more than likely, I assume it's a hearing thing. You know, ringing in the ears, tinnitus,
Right.
you know, or tinnitus, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I knew about that. I just didn't know if it came from me doing that stupid shit. But anyway,
I don't.
out of here.
No, I wouldn't think so, bro. I might be wrong about that. And I don't understand. I'm not sure I understand all the side effects, you know, of using those kind of drugs, but I wouldn't think so. I would think it's more to do with your hereditary and your shooting, you know, loud noises.
Okay.
I mean, shit, though. I mean, hell, I've had it for 20 years, you know, or longer, however long, though.
Does the hearing aid help it?
Some, yeah, because it gives you some sound. It's like, it's worse when there's no sound.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
Right.
Yeah. And so I think you're probably just noticing it. It's what it is. I'd be willing to bet. But, yeah, Bo, it's, like if I just sat here and we weren't talking, there was nothing going on, I just sat here, Bo, it'd be the loudest screeching sound in your ears. And it doesn't change in pitch or loudness, but you just don't hear anything else. So, but in any event, I don't know.
Well, how's Christy and the girls?
Man, they're doing good. They're doing good. Trying to figure out about them going to Atlanta and, you know, think about the holidays a little bit and what we can do to sort of, I don't know, some way to make it sort of special for them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But in any event. Well, I tell you what, man, I talked to Buster earlier this week. I don't even know what day it is. I guess it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I guess I talked to him maybe on Monday. And, you know, told him I wanted to get together. I was thinking he was going to be with us on Thanksgiving and we could all take a Christmas picture together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was with Maggie's family.
Yeah.
But trying to get him, what's that?
I got to talk to him on Thursday.
Yeah. When you called me, you had talked to him.
And Thursday afternoon. And then.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I think he's doing okay, man, you know?
Yeah. I talked to him a little bit ago before I called you, and, you know, I mean, he always says he's good, but I worry about it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Gray texted me earlier, said he's supposed to take a deposition at Alvin S. Glenn, and they couldn't do it because y'all were on shutdown, lockdown because of COVID or something.
Nah, they stay on lockdown. what I understand the problem is they're very, very, very understaffed. And so, I don't know what, they have shortages on shifts and not many corrections officers, so they end up, being on lockdown.
Right.
That's at least what they tell us,
Right.
When was that he was here?
Literally, no, he didn't go. He was supposed to go, but he texted me 2 or 3 hours ago and said that.
Huh. Yeah. And then, when they're short-staffed and they have fights, they all have to leave and go to that particular place, and so they just lock everything down.
Right. I got you.
Man, I got stories to tell y'all when I get out of here. The shit you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, but I can't imagine.
No, you really can't. You can't. I'm telling you.
Hey, bud, have you talked to Jim and Dick or whomever else about filing bankruptcy, bro?
Yeah, we discussed it, but there's some time in.
It's almost like you're stuck in bankruptcy right now, but you got all the bad from it, but none of the good from it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're trying to. They asked, Jim and Dick wrote a memo for Tiller to go argue about that. They just said it's absolutely as wrong as it can possibly be. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
That is just wrong. So they're talking about, I'm not really familiar with this, but apparently there's a civil remedy. What is it? I've heard of the writ of mandamus, but I don't really know what it is. But it must be something that gives you quick turnaround.
Right.
When you got immediate harm.
Supreme Court. Yeah.
So, that's what they're going to do if, he's going to deny it and he's going to do it. But they at least told me, Dick came to see me yesterday and told me that the Supreme Court, they filed I've heard of this too, but I didn't know what it is. You know what a habeas corpus a writ of habeas corpus is?
I know it's something directly to the Supreme Court, but other than that, no, I don't know.
So apparently, there's nobody with this kind of stuff that has ever not gotten a bond. It might be a huge bond, but they get a bond, and you're constitutionally entitled to a bond for non-capital offenses, is what they tell me. Constitutionally entitled. And because it's a constitutional violation, you can file a writ of habeas corpus. Same thing like writ of mandamus for a civil charge. Habeas corpus is for a criminal charge. I think they're the same thing, just one's criminal and one's civil. And anyway, they initially said they weren't going to expedite it, but then they said they are going to expedite it, and they gave the Attorney General 10 days to respond. I don't get my hopes up about anything because I don't think normal rules apply to me right now, but they seem to think that if the Supreme Court wasn't going to do something, that they wouldn't have done that. So they're at least optimistic they're going to do something.
Right.
The Attorney General only asked for $200,000 bond, they could give me, a $20 million bond, but, and comply with the Constitution. But I'm being facetious. I think it's got to be, reasonable, but they could say $5 million.
You wouldn't think the judge would say more than what the Attorney General asked for,
Well, he said no bond.
I thought he said $200,000.
That's what the Attorney General asked for. Clifton Newman wouldn't give me a bond.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't think he would require more bond than solicitor asked for.
Yeah. So anyway, they're trying to take it out of, I don't know. they seem very optimistic. So we'll see. It would be nice to get out for a little while and then go deal with this stuff. But
yeah. Well, Bo, I know.
I look at it as every day I'm in here now is one less day I'm in here in the long run. You know.
Well, you know what? That is the fact. I mean, the fact is, every time there's a new case that comes up, a new, revelation of, something you took, Bo, those same people very, very quickly are going to the, being subpoenaed to the state grand jury. So, I mean, it's just, there's going to be more to come. Obviously, you know that.
Right.
And so, you're right about that. But the quicker it all can come to a head, the better, obviously, I think.
I think so, too. So, all right, well, I'll let you go, man.
You have 1 minute.
Hey, man, I appreciate you
going
calling.
to Atlanta. I hope you can have some fun. I hope Christy,
you know what?
I hope the girls get to go, too.
Hey, Bo, it'll all be good. And I'll tell you, I missed a phone call.
Talking. Say again?
I got a phone call from the ladies at Agape, and it's a 1-800 number earlier today, like at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was thinking it was you calling, Bo, and I was thinking I ain't talked to you in a while, man. I appreciate you calling.
Well, I've been able to call one time since Thursday, and I called Buster and I talked to him for about 5 minutes on Monday, and I thought I'd be able to call again, but we've been shut up since then. So anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So
well, man,
talk to you.
Your time is up.
Hey, I think the timer ran out.
Yeah, I think so, Bo. It just kind of cut off in the mid-sentence.
Where did we get cut off?
You know what? I don't know. We were finishing up. I mean, literally, I was talking, and you weren't on there, so I'm not sure. But
I was doing the same thing. Well,
yeah.
I hope you have a good time in Atlanta, and I hope Chrissy and the girls do too.
No, you know what? I know that's exactly what you were saying, and I was saying I hope Buster will go with us, Bo. I don't know if he will. I'm pretty sure he's not going to go.
I doubt he'll go. He didn't mention anything to me about it, but I know he's got to work till Friday. I know he's
working
right. Friday, and I don't know. I just think that might be uncomfortable for him.
Well, Bo, it is. I know it is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's uncomfortable. He came on that dove hunt, and I think, Bo, when he first got there on that dove hunt, this is 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, you and I talked that same afternoon.
Right.
It was uncomfortable then for him. But I will tell you, after he was there for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, he realized, you know what, man? These are my friends around me. And so, I don't know. Atlanta's different. It might be, Snoopy some bitches around there too, but I don't know. Bo, it's tough. But he's just, we're gonna have
Snoopy?
Snoopy, yeah. I just said that.
I know what you're talking about.
Just like when he went out to the Grand Canyon, they flew into Las Vegas,
Yeah, people take a picture.
He wouldn't do anything wrong, but next thing you know, they're trying to make some shit out of it,
Yeah.
But anyway, Bo, I don't know.
Well, I just hope y'all go and have a good time. I worry about you every day.
Well, listen, man, I'm gonna be fine, man. I tell you, I'm worried about Buster, Bo. I'm gonna tell you, I really am.
What?
We got to get. I'm worried about Buster. I really think we got to get him out, and just doing normal stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, will you stay on that?
Yeah, I am. I will. And Atlanta's not normal, but it's one of those steps, So yeah, we'll stay on it. We'll get Brooklyn and Buster in, at some point in time. We're just gonna go out to dinner in Bluffton and just, like I say, try to be normal. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Normal around people, I guess is what I'm saying.
No, I get it. Well.
All right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling, okay?
Well, I'm always.
If you need something, let me know, Bo. I don't know what I can send or what I can do, but if you need something, just give me a call.
I'm trying to figure out about these books, and I mean, I still haven't seen the library, you know.
Well, I don't know how all that shit works, but let's figure it out. You know, damn, we could donate to share out some books, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know that. I don't know. Lizzie apparently found a person named Miss Wanamaker that. Anyway, I'm gonna try to find her and see what I can figure out. So.
Right.
So, well, y'all go have a good time, and I'll talk to you soon. I love you.
Bye, buddy. Love you too. Take care. Bye.
Lulu.
Hey, Alex, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? Hey, did you get a call from me just now, or did I dial the wrong number?
I mean, I got this call.
Nah, okay. All right, I figured something went wrong. Anyway, how y'all doing?
Doing good. Reed's had a little accident Monday night, but she's okay.
What happened?
She was riding her bicycle home from class, and a car pulled out of the parking lot and ran into her.
Is she hurt?
Yeah, her ankles are hurting, and where they got caught up under the car, and she's real sore. You know how when you get hit.
She got road rash and all that?
No, not too bad. She's got a few little scrapes, a big many bruises, but.
Did she have on a helmet?
She did not have on a helmet. I told her we both fussed at her, but yeah, so.
She didn't hit her head?
No, she didn't hit her head.
Well, that's good.
But she just got real lucky. So, the car was only going like 3 to 5 miles per hour. It wasn't going very fast at all, thank goodness. So
did she have to go to the hospital?
Yeah, she did go to the hospital because she passed out on them. Her ankles were hurting. Her ankle was hurting her, and that scared them. So they put her in the ambulance and sent her 2 blocks down the road to the see. But yeah.
I'm glad she's okay. Is she staying at home or she's still down there?
No, she's still down there. I spent the night with her Monday night in her apartment just to make sure everything was okay. But she's doing okay. So.
Sorry I couldn't call y'all back over the weekend.
I know how that goes. I'm sure everybody was wanting to use the phone and stuff.
No, that's not really it. You know, apparently they're just super short-staffed here. And you know, holidays, we get on lockdown. I mean, I got to make a phone call Monday. It's the first time after Thursday. And I called Buster, talked to him for 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and I thought I'd better call in the afternoon Monday, and I couldn't. And then Dick came out here. What's today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday, yeah.
Dick came out here Tuesday and took time that we locked down in the morning and took, you know, I was with him when I could talk on the phone. So today's the first time I've been able to
do that. Yeah, I think everybody is short-staffed. Everybody's finding hard to find people to work, but I know our jail is looking for people, and they're always advertising that kind of thing. But I don't know what's going on. Everybody's doing good. Did you ever find the library up there?
No, not yet, but I'm still working on it. I'm trying to find this Miss Wanamaker. Lizzie told me about her.
Yeah,
I appreciate the cards so much. Getting mail's the highlight of my day or my week.
Well, good. I'm gonna try to print some pictures off of Reed's new puppy. Yeah, she got a new puppy last week, and I'm gonna try to print some pictures off for you and send them to you so you can see that. It's a cute little thing.
They kill any deer over the holidays?
Yeah, they did. Mills got one Wednesday night, and then her boyfriend Matt got one Thursday night. They went up to Randy's place in Allendale Thursday night.
I talked to them when they were all in the truck going up there Thursday.
Okay, yeah, and Matt.
Right after I talked to y'all, I talked to them.
Well, good. Yeah, I tell you, Mama really enjoyed talking to you, as she fussed a little bit about the fact that she hadn't been there to see her lately, but we've lost over that. She doesn't remember from time to time. You know how that goes. But
she knows with me on the phone.
She's she's good.
How's she doing?
She's doing okay. I mean, you know, about the same. Memory is, of course, not better. She has good days and bad days, just like before. It seems like there are more of the days when she doesn't know anything about what's going on than before, but that's kind of par for the course. And she's still not, you know, she's not walking or, you know,
she's not getting spots on the butt, is she?
No, she's not. They're being very careful about that. We've had her watching for that, and they're moving her enough that she does not get them because she doesn't move herself. But she's doing okay. It's just not a good life for her. I mean, you know, she doesn't know where she lives or anything else.
Sure. How's Chili?
She's doing good.
Tell her that I want to try to talk to her, and then
okay.
I'm gonna try to find out when somebody's gonna be there that I can call and just say hey to her.
Yeah.
I mean,
what we might can do is if it's one of those days where you call and then somebody could go to her house or something if she's not out at Mama's. It's hard with your time and you know to know exactly.
Well, I'm just gonna get somebody figure out ahead of time when somebody might be out there and try to call at that time.
Call at that time, yeah. There you go. You can do that.
So I just want to say hey to her for just a minute, you know.
Just a minute. Yep. She was asking about this. She was worn flat out Thursday night because she had been.
Hang on. This machine's talking. She was what?
She was worn out Thursday night because she had been cooking for her family and doing all that stuff on Thursday. But she was, you know, excited about having them all there. So
did she come out to Alameda or did she stay at home?
She stayed at her house. She did not come out to Alameda on Thursday on Thanksgiving. That came out the next day. So
10-4. Well, I can't wait to tell y'all a lot of things that I'm not going to tell you over the telephone.
I know.
I know they listen to every single call.
I'm sure. I know they do. Yeah, I know.
But I mean, there's some funny things in here. I mean, Lord have mercy. And,
I can only imagine.
Talk to John today?
I have not talked to John today. No.
Well, Dick and them said. Dick told me yesterday. You know, I never knew this part. I'd heard of a habeas corpus writ, but I didn't really know what it is. But anyway, apparently, the Constitution guarantees
everybody
to have bond for non-capital offenses. I mean, could be $20 million. Well, not 20. Can't be unreasonable, but could be $2 million. But they got to set bond, is what they tell me. That's what they tell me. There's nobody ever had my kind of charges that's not been given a bond.
That's not made bond. That's right.
Anyway, so they filed a writ of habeas corpus saying there's a constitutional violation going on, da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Apparently the Supreme Court said they ain't really interested. Then they called back, or they sent out a letter saying the Attorney General had 10 days to respond. Now, I don't get my hopes up, but Dick seemed to think that if they weren't going to do something, they would not have done anything. They'd just let walk it or sit on it.
Right.
And the fact that they're doing something is positive.
Maybe is
you know, like I say, I don't get my hopes up, but they seem optimistic. And, you know, so they expedite. They get Attorney General 10 days, which speeds up. So that should be sometime next week. And I don't know. We'll see. I look at it. Every day I spend here is one less day I spend in the long run.
Yeah.
I'm with a small group for the most part. You know, 70%, 75% of the time, I'm with the same 5 guys. And then there's another guy that's on our thing, but he doesn't even come out when he's just kind of weird. He doesn't come out. But anyway, you know, I mean, we play chess and play cards, and we have.
Well, at least you got somebody to interact with a little bit now. I was worried about you when you're completely by yourself.
And I tell you this, I've been really exercising hard. Once I made it, I didn't do crap while I thought I was getting out quickly, and then you know when I thought Judge Newman would look at Automatic's report and let me out. So I didn't do anything for 38 days in rehab. The last week I was up in rehab, so for 31 days I really didn't do anything.
You haven't done anything, yeah.
And then I did very little for those last 7 days, even though I felt some better. Then you figure from the 14th until it was the 10th. It was the 10th when he, the 19th when he said he wasn't giving me bond. Then it was the 10th when he really said he wasn't giving me bond.
Right.
And so I started exercising on the, 15th was a Monday, 14th, 13th. I started on November the 12th. So I've been out for
3 weeks now.
And I mean, I can really tell the difference. Like today, we didn't get out. They had people working in here, so they wouldn't let us out early. I mean, I exercised for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Dang.
I'm telling you, I can tell a difference too. Even though I've gotten really soft, I'm not all the way back to normal. But I mean, I can tell a difference. So
that's good. How are your physical issues from all the detox stuff? Are you about over all of that?
Yeah, I think I'm over all of that except for these things. They told us about these things called post-acute withdrawals, where you'll have these periods where you have the same sensations that you're having withdrawals. They just aren't as severe and they don't last just a little while. Like my legs will get really jumpy, like you know, like they did when you first start withdrawing, but it only lasts. It's not near as bad at all. It's like instead of a 10, it's a 1, and it only lasts for 2 hours.
Gotcha. Instead of continuously for days, and then I know you were having some diarrhea and upset stomach and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm doing pretty good there. I still have little issues, but nothing bad.
All right. Well, I'm glad that's not so bad anymore. At least you're getting past that part of it for the most part, you know.
So, anyway, you and Lizzie have written me more than anybody else, and I'm getting ready to send Jim's supposed to bring me some paper. I had a little bit of paper. I wrote Buster and Grandma, and I'm going to send you and Lizzie a letter as soon as I get some more paper. Jim's supposed to bring me some, so you know how much I appreciate it.
Well, I can only imagine. I remember we used to go off to summer camp, and that would be the only thing that would break up the day sometimes. But and you're in a much worse situation, you know. But
I'm not trying to make the best out of it. I'm really trying to exercise hard, and you know, I quit. It bugged the shit out of me to start with, but I started looking at it as, you know what? Every day I do now is one less day.
One less you have to do on the tail end of it. You are absolutely right. And just got to keep that attitude. But I know it's tough. I can't imagine. I
brought it on myself. I can deal with it. So, I got a lot of stories to tell y'all. I mean, I'm telling you.
I can imagine.
You would not believe what all goes on in here. Again, and I don't want this to sound bad because I'm sitting right here. This is the most, I mean,
you have 1 minute remaining.
We got 1 minute of things. These people can do more with less than anything I've ever seen. And it is amazing the way they get around things. And anyway, there's one good dude named Clint, which is trustee. He's older than me, but I really like him. He helps me out a lot. I trade in canteen.
So he was the guy that was bringing you books and stuff.
That's
too,
right.
wasn't he?
And I trade in canteen to do all these things for me. So, and,
okay.
he's a really good dude. All right, it's getting ready to cut us off. So I love you. I'll talk to you soon. I should be able to use the phone.
Too, all right, I love
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Tell everybody hey.
Okay.
Just the front of the house?
Hey.
Just the front of the house?
What?
Nothing, I'm talking to Tracy.
You need me to call you back?
No, what's up?
I was just seeing, was that him?
No, it wasn't, but I ended up getting in touch with him anyway.
Okay, what'd he say?
He said that he didn't tell you that the terms were going to be changed.
That's just not true. Me and Jim were on the phone. So what's he saying if you start in the fall?
Well, I started thinking about it, and he said that he didn't specifically say the terms would be changed, but then I thought about it more, and I was like, well, if I do it in the fall, then they would have to change, because you can't make someone count the, if I were to take it, then what I would do in there would have to count.
That's what we need to find out. He said he didn't tell me that he thought you could start fresh in the fall.
Well, no, he said I could start in the fall, but he said that he wasn't aware of any amendments being changed to the agreed upon terms.
But since you've already taken that semester, how would they count it?
Yeah, I agree. I thought about that too. But I talked to him, and he's going to reach back out to him and say, like, hey, if he's willing to, to put off his aspirations for another length of time, we think it'd be good to go ahead and just let him, start from zero.
I'm telling you, Buster. Do a three-way and get Jim on the phone.
Why?
I want to see if I'm crazy or that's what he told us.
Jim's in a meeting. I can't. I was texting him. I wouldn't do anything else.
All right. I swear that's what he told us.
Well, there's obviously just a lapse in communication, or maybe you assumed it. I don't know. Which I think it's easy to assume now because.
No, man. I'm telling you, because it made no sense to me, and I was like, I'm just telling you. That's what I'm telling you. All right. Let me let you go. I'm gonna try to call you back a little later. It sounds like you're busy. I just want.
Well,
I know how much I put on you and how much pressure there is on you, and I just want whatever's best for you.
Well, I can go ahead and tell you that if the terms are changed and if
you don't have to make an extra high GPA.
Yeah, and then I see myself probably going with that. But if the terms are not changed, then I'm going to do it now because there's no point.
I don't disagree with that. I think that's logical thinking. And, I think you can go there and do real good, but it's going to be hard for you to get a high GPA because, because
of how low the one is. I understand.
That's right. So even if you made 4.0s for 5 semesters, still the highest you could get up to would be about a 3. I'm just using that as an example.
Sending them right now.
What?
Nothing. I'm listening.
All right. I can tell you're busy. I'll call you a little bit later. I love you. Is Butch gonna give you detailed options? Buzz.
Hang on 1 minute. They're yeah, he's got my cell now. I have his cell, and he said he'd be in communication with me whenever he hears anything.
And is he gonna reach out to them to find out?
Yeah, I told him. What I told him is, I told him what you said on the phone, and I was like, listen, I just got the phone with Dad. He said to get in touch with you. Dad said that he thought that Hubbard said that if I were to wait and go in the fall, then all of my, repercussions as far as GPA and everything would be amended, and I could start from scratch. And then he said, well, I don't really, he had a different understanding. But then I asked him, I was like, well, hey, can we go ahead and just ask him, say if I'm willing to lay off and come in the fall, can I start from scratch so that I don't have this GPA looming over my head? said he was going to reach out to him and get back at me when he heard from him.
What kind of meeting is Jim in?
Daddy, I don't know. I called him and texted him, and then he said, I'll call you as soon as I'm out of a meeting.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't got a schedule.
I know, but I was going to call him, but I'm not going to call him if he's in a meeting. I swear he told me that. You ask him when he calls you if he didn't say you could start fresh in the fall with.
And Butch might be thinking that I'm talking about the other 4 or 5, things, which might stay in place, but, that doesn't matter.
What other things?
The other contingencies.
What are the other contingencies?
That I can never run for, student bar, that I have to go meet with a help person every week, stupid shit like that.
A help person?
Yeah, there's like a student relations guy that's supposed to help you get through law school, and I have to meet with him every week in terms of that paper.
Okay, well, that's nothing to that.
No, the biggest deal is the GPA.
Sure. I think it's like having to make a 255, right?
But if they let me start in the fall and then I just start from there, then that seems like a nice option. Then I can probably just continue. I really got to go.
All right, I love you. I'll call you later. Bye.
All right, bye.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Am I catching you at a bad time?
Well, I've got the 2 lawyers that are going to be representing me on Maggie's estate on the phone.
Okay, so who is that?
Eddie Bennett and then a fellow by the name of Billy Newsom.
Okay.
It's who I've been referred to by several people for the litigation part.
Where's he from?
Columbia. He was in law school with Randy. He's on his own now. He used to be with Nexum Pruitt.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's probably a good person. Now, I'll call you back when I can. Jim's coming to meet with me at some point, and I'm going to talk to him about coming up with a final, and then they're supposed to be getting a letter. You talk to them. I'll call you after I meet with Jim.
Okay, that sounds good.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Hey, bud.
Hey.
What you doing?
Going to Brooklyn's condo.
I got you. Where you been?
Greenfield.
What'd you do all weekend?
Friday I didn't do anything. Yesterday I went to Greenfield and we quail hunted and hung out and watched football.
Did Brooklyn go with you?
No, it's just huge.
Is she doing all right?
Yeah, she's good.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. How you doing?
You good?
Did Jim Marvin talk to Jim?
About what?
Anything. Did Jim say anything interesting?
Not to me.
John? You must not have talked to him.
Not that John told me.
Okay, well, he ain't talked to him.
John definitely talked to Jim last week. I just don't know.
Nah, I didn't see Jim until like 3:30 on Friday, so I doubt he's talked to him yet. Just interesting little happenings. Huh?
I mean, I think he has. I don't know. I don't know.
I would think John would have told you. But anyway,
what is the interesting happening?
I ain't telling you on this phone. I'll either write you or anyway.
Don't write me because I won't read that till 6 days from now when I get here.
Well, they seem to think that there's a good chance of getting out. I don't know. Sometime soon.
10-4.
I don't get my hopes up. Buster, can I call you at Brooklyn's a little later? I want to get Brooklyn's address, and I want to give you those other things.
I'll get Brooklyn's address, and yeah, you can call me later. I talked to Blanca, and she said she'd be happy to set up an account to be able for you to call her.
Thank you for doing that. I need to get that number too. Did you talk back to Butch?
I spoke to Butch a couple times on Friday, and he was supposed to be getting in touch with Hubbard. He had gotten in touch with Hubbard, and Hubbard seems to, apparently Hubbard had to run it by, like, admissions and and all this other stuff to, I guess, to be able to set the record clean or whatever. But I haven't. Butch is probably going to call me this week, I would assume.
So did Butch think that they were going to do that? That Hubbard sounded willing to do that?
Yeah, Butch seems so. Butch said that he was, he said that he's cautiously optimistic
about taking the restrictions off of you of making a 2.55.
Yeah, correct. Just
now, if they do that, go ahead.
It seems to me like they have to, because they can't offer me to come back in the fall, and then I do everything in the fall, and they're like, well, I know what you did, but this is still your grade. Yeah, say you're gonna make a 3.2, and they say, well, you still got this. I doesn't make sense either. Now, if they offer you that, Buster, to start fresh, do you think that's the thing to do? I do think that's the thing to do.
I definitely think it's the thing to do.
Given the scenario, me not knowing if I'm going to go back and work for the law firm, my grades need to be as high as possible so that if I want a different job, I can get one.
No doubt. And that'll allow you to do that. I don't make up your mind till you know all the details, but I think that's a good thing. I'll try to call you back, but it's probably going to be about 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
Well, it's already 2:17.
I know. So, but I'm gonna have some pen and some paper when I call you.
Harry's was there yesterday. He wanted me to tell you hello.
Harry's a good boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did you know him?
I knew of him, but no, I didn't know him.
Oh, Harry was a hound in his day. Now he had that look where the girls loved him.
Shit, he still is. He left last night to go to Charleston to get up with some girl.
Yeah. Do you remember Shelby and Clayton that came to Cheechessie?
No.
The boy in the boat, you don't remember that came in the boat that had cancer? You might not have been there. But anyway, he used to date her before Clayton did. Anything else interesting? Who else hunted?
So it was me, John, Kerry Oliver obviously had the dogs. Harry was there.
Hey, Bus, did Kerry get our 2 dogs?
Yeah, they were there yesterday. We hunted with them.
How'd they do?
Red Dog does alright. She's still kind of flushing birds a little bit. Dolly did good. She's just out of shape.
Well, good. And who else now? You, Harry, John, Kerry, and who?
Michael was there, and Blair, Donnie's son-in-law, came as well.
I really like Blair. What do he have to say for himself?
Man, he's alright.
You don't like him?
No, man, I do like him. He's just, kind of crazy. He's an alcoholic and all this other stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right, I'll have my pen and all when I call you. Anything else interesting?
Not particularly.
Well, I'll be glad for you to hear back from Butch. That's kind of exciting news, Buster. I've been worried to death about that. So I'll call you in a little bit and I'll have a pen, okay?
All right.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye. Hey, Libby.
Hey, Uncle Alec. What you doing?
How you doing?
We're good. We're just loaded up and headed to the Christmas parade to see Santa.
Headed where?
To the Christmas parade in downtown Beaufort.
Well, that sounds fun. Is John Marvin back with you, or is he still at Greenville?
Nope, he's here, and we're pulling out. You want to talk to him?
No, I don't need to talk to him right now. Everybody doing all right? I sent you a letter. Jim should have mailed it Friday.
Oh, okay, good. Well, we'll be on the lookout. John Marvin said he'll call you tomorrow, or he said for you to call him tomorrow.
Yeah, I can call him tomorrow. Jim and I had a meeting on Friday, but we still got some things to sort out, so wasn't quite ready to. Anyway, y'all doing good?
Yeah, well, I had a girls' night last night. And,
I figured you did with them up at Greensfield. That's good. Where were the kids?
Is that the crazy guy?
No, that's No, those are good guys.
Well, Liza Grace is actually in the Christmas parade today.
No, really?
She was at her friend's house last night, and they're walking in the parade.
Take a picture of them. Take a picture for me.
Oh. And then in Brooklyn, and Katie and Randolph all stayed at our house last night. Brooklyn actually went to the party with me for a little while, but she didn't want to.
Brooklyn stayed with you last night?
Well, she went to the party. Spent the night at the party, but she came back to my house and
what party?
The kids. It's just this party that is called Plaids and Pearls, and the same girl hosts it every year. And so you wear your favorite
Your favorite pearls?
Necklace. Yeah. So she's been doing it for 3 years now, and it's
cool.
Just an excuse to get together.
Yeah, well, that sounds fun. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe Marvin didn't happen to talk to Jim late Friday, did he?
Going late Friday.
Jim came to see me about 3 o'clock.
He said no.
Okay. Anyway, I got to.
Did we communicate with him?
I told Jim to tell John Marvin, but I'll tell you when I get out. They seem to think I'm going to get out before Christmas, but like I say, I don't get my hopes up, you know.
Well, that would be great news.
So we'll see. They say that the Supreme Court's last week is this coming week, and they act like they seem to think they're going to do something. We'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all go have fun at the Christmas parade. Tell Mary Marvin I put a letter in there for her, and I just got Jim to put them together, though, okay?
Well, and I sent you one on Monday. Have you gotten that one yet?
No.
Okay.
The last one I got is the one you were sitting at the park with Randolph.
Okay, yeah, no, I've got another one that I wrote on Thanksgiving Day, and
I'll probably get it tomorrow. I'm sure it got held up for Thanksgiving. I'm sure it didn't get here till Monday or Tuesday, and they were on lockdown this weekend, and I'm sure I'll get it tomorrow.
Why do they keep doing these lockdowns?
I think because they're understaffed, you know? Understaffed and like, you know, fights and shit go on and...
Well, like, are most people just there for like a week or so? Like it's kind of a temporary place?
Not where I am, no.
Oh, they're not?
No.
I don't know why I was getting that impression that it was just a holding.
They have a spot that's a county, you know, I'm sure they have like DUIs come in and go out the next day or, you know, some little something. Get bonded out, but where I'm at, most of the people are, you know, here for, I don't know, I don't really get into nobody's personal business, you know?
Well,
anybody about my personal business.
Are you still in the spot where you're not really with the general, like most of the people?
No.
Like, are you still in the medical ward?
I mean, but I'm not like in the, you know, I mean, I'm probably 60, in my pod, 55 people maybe. Now, in my pod, there's only 7 people, but there's 8 pods, and they open out into, you know, a general area, and there's probably 50, I don't know, 50.
So in that pod, is their bed in the same room as yours?
Is what now?
Are you, like, in the pod, is it, so those 7 people, are y'all, like, all y'all's beds are together, or you have a separate room for that?
Nah, it's separate. It's all separate.
I gotcha. Do you still have your colorful shoes?
What?
Do you still have your colorful shoes?
I still got them. I get offers every day, I'm telling you. Every day. My buddy, the one-legged trustee named Clarence, I don't know if I told you about him, but I know I wrote about him to you. Have I told you about him?
No.
Well, he's a one-legged trustee. He goes around and, does everything that, for the guards and all, running back and forth to each pod. He's in a wheelchair. He pulls himself with his one leg. He says, if you'll give me, I just need one of those shoes. You only want one. So,
that's hilarious. Now, what does trustee mean?
Trustee means, he's like the guard's little pet, for lack of a better. He's the one the guards, that does everything. He's been here like 3.5 years, and he does all the running around. He helps give out meals, and like if it's on lockdown, he gives out meals, and he just helps. He cleans up, he mops, he sweeps. He's the guy who helps me get books. I'll tell you everything else. He does a lot for me. I'll tell you when we get out.
Well, were you ever able to get, I know they said that you couldn't have the book that I sent you, but I told the lady to put it in the library.
Well, I still haven't gotten to the library, but I did ask the other day to speak to this Miss Wanamaker.
Okay, good. I went by there on Monday.
Went by
on
where?
My way home. Where you are.
Oh,
and I gave, because I've become friends with Jackie, the mail clerk.
Oh, really?
And so I brought her a poinsettia on Monday.
Well, that was nice.
And I wrote her a little letter. But I knew not to ask her. I didn't want to put you in a bind, so we didn't even really talk about you.
It wouldn't put me in a bind at all. I appreciate everything you do. And tell John I'll call him tomorrow, okay?
Okay, well, be on the lookout for, I'll be on the lookout for your letter, and I'll tell Mary Marvin.
Tell Mary Marvin, tell Liza Grace and Randolph, I'll send them something as soon as I get some paper, and I got to write your mom.
Okay.
Jim just gave me paper Friday afternoon.
John Marvin wants to know how much money you have left on your canteen.
Oh, you know what? I need $60.
Okay. Well, we'll restock it tonight.
And I can do it in the morning.
Okay.
I think the deadline's like noon tomorrow. All right. Love y'all. Thank you.
Love you.
Have fun.
Bye-bye. Okay, we will. Bye.
Hey.
Okay.
I just forgot the time I'm calling you at work. Is this a bad time?
Give me 1 second, Alex.
Let me call you back.
I'll try calling in and I'll get you. Okay. All right, thanks. Bye.
I promise I can call you back.
Okay, no, it's good. I'm off now. It's one of the attorneys just kind of rambling about stuff he needed to do and not making any sense. So,
well, I wasn't sure we were going to be out to nothing. I was just calling to say, hey, I wasn't sure we were going to be out tonight. So.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
I had a meeting with Jim on Friday.
Yeah, you told me about that they had served a writ of habeas corpus just wasn't right, and I agree with that. I've been saying that from the beginning. I've never heard of a case for financial things not getting a bond.
Well, we'll see. They seem to be very optimistic that the Supreme Court's going to do something, but I don't know. I don't let my hopes get up.
Yeah.
I wrote you a letter.
Oh, okay. Good. Did you? I sent you a card probably Thursday or Friday. I don't remember what day it went out. Probably haven't gotten it.
Last Thursday. I haven't got it.
Yeah.
The last one I got was like some kitten or something.
Yep. No, this had some pictures of Reeves and their new puppy in it. So you know. It'll probably come
tomorrow. It takes me about a week to get mail, usually.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And
so it might be the end of the week before you get it. Anyway, so. Okay,
so everything
I'm glad. Yep, everything's going good. I don't know. Mama seems to be in a kind of little down spell right now. She's a little more agitated than usual, and I don't know, sleeping harder and a lot more than she was during the day. You know, she used to be up during the day almost all the time, and
she's sleeping during the day.
Yeah, this past weekend she was like asleep almost the whole time. Just, I don't know, just didn't want to wake up, didn't want to get up.
I know she's been
And
getting
yeah, she goes through those little
when she
spells.
gets nervous about something, she gets agitated.
She gets agitated. She don't want anybody touching her. Yeah. And so
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well,
anyway, all right, well, tell everybody hello, and I'll talk to you soon.
I will. You still trying to find that library? I know that's something you need.
Yeah, but I got these boys.
Well, that's good.
They've been bringing books, and I mean, I haven't got to the library yet, but there's a couple of guys got some books in here, so.
Okay, well that's good. If we can donate to something, send some for you that you eventually get, we're more than happy to do that.
I'm trying to find, what was that lady's name, Miss what, that runs the
Wanamaker.
Yeah,
Wanamaker.
I'm trying to find her.
Yeah.
And I'll keep you posted.
Okay, sounds good. You take care of yourself. I love you.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just plugging away.
How was your weekend? I'm going to catch you probably at a bad time, but I wasn't sure. I don't think we'll be able to call tonight.
No, you're not catching me at a bad time. That's better. I had the speakerphone on so I could hear what my options as far as which number to press. But I just
y'all had a good time in Atlanta?
Yeah, we went up there. Yeah, we went up there. We, Buster didn't go with us. Although I'd asked him, I think I told you about that. I'd asked him, maybe I told John. Yeah. And, which I didn't expect really that he probably would. I mean, I didn't much feel like going either, but it's one of them things.
Well, did y'all get to have a good time or not really?
Yeah, it was all right. It was. They switched the hotels to a different spot.
Well, I didn't know that. What hotel?
The Intercontinental. So it's down past Lenox, past the end of Lenox. That's correct, yeah.
Well, it's nicer than that. I know it's not as nice as that Ritz-Carlton, but it's nicer than that thing it turned into, wasn't it?
The Whitley? I don't know, Bo. I mean, hell, Whitley was in the old Ritz-Carlton. I don't know how it could have been. I don't really know. I'm not sure, but in any event, but like when they bring you room service, it was on paper plates, in the box.
So it wasn't nice.
Yeah, I mean, and they were doing some renovations. The bar and the restaurant was both closed down. They had temporary bars set up, and no place to watch the game, and stuff like that. It wasn't a big deal.
Was there a normal crowd there or not really?
It didn't seem like as normal of a crowd because you didn't have the big gathering room. But, so much of that gathering room might have been, other people too,
Sure. Well, did y'all get some good shopping in and some good food?
We had some good meals. I'm trying to think where we went Aria one night. Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't, I don't know, maybe it wasn't quite as good as normal, perhaps. I don't know whether it was or it wasn't, but it just sort of seemed that way. And then, last night we went to, Bistro Nico, which is just right across the road. They're actually pretty damn good.
It was?
Matter of fact. Yeah, it was. It was good.
So y'all stayed there last night?
No. We stayed there. No, today's Monday. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We came home yesterday. Caroline came up for one day. She came up on Friday and left on Saturday.
For a little while.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Did you get to watch any of Georgia and Alabama?
Yeah, I watched basically that whole game, but Alabama beat the living shit out of them. Did you watch it?
That was an ass whooping, wasn't it? I thought Georgia was going to win.
I thought they would win, but I thought it'd be a close game. But damn, Bo, Alabama just beat the shit out of them. I mean, it wasn't even close.
That's what happens when you get Alabama down, right?
Hey, Bo, let me just tell you. People are like, well, this isn't their year. I said, well, it might not be their year, but let me tell you what, you better not count them out ever. You're like Auburn. Auburn was jumping up and down. They only got 5 more minutes left. You know, we'll beat them. Shit. I wouldn't count that.
No, that was I got to
Hey,
see the
listen,
highlight for that. That was some kind of game.
Yeah, no doubt. Did you,
Sound like you stopped up and half sick.
No, I don't think I'm stopped. I might be a little bit stopped up, actually. Did Jim Griffin tell you that John Colt was trying to get a hold of you?
No.
I just texted Jim Griffin today, maybe in the last 3 hours. Reverend Colt called me Saturday night, and we weren't able to talk, but then I called him back this morning. And basically, he stopped by there to see you a couple of times. One time, apparently Jim and Dick might have been in there.
Apparently Jim and Dick what?
Apparently Jim and Dick might have been meeting with you, so he couldn't meet with you then. And then the next time he came, they said, well, you're not on his list, his visitors list. And that you would have to put him on the list or something like that. That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I said, well, I don't know, but.
Here's the deal. They give you a sheet on Fridays, every Friday. And the visitation days for here, there is no in-person visitation. It's only video. Like,
that's right.
He sits on the phone with a video out front, and I sit on the phone with a video in the back, which is why, like, Lizzie's been trying to come visit me, and Lynn's been saying come visit me, but it ain't much difference in talking on the phone and then driving 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So you put in a sheet, like, I have to put the person who's going to visit with me, and it has to be Friday or Saturday. And then they give me a time, and, you know, then I don't know how they tell you visitor the time. I guess maybe I have to call them on the phone and tell them, because they give me a sheet on Friday. If I don't fill out that sheet and hand it back in Friday, then nobody can visit me the next Friday or Saturday. And that's the only day people can visit me other than lawyers.
Oh, so when you fill it out on Friday, it ain't for that Friday and that next day. It's for a week later.
A week. It's a week later.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, Jim and Dick, I mean, they sure seem optimistic that I'm getting out of here, but, I mean, I don't count. I can see a scenario where just, but did I tell you what happened?
Yeah, you did, about in the medical and then now you're in the general population in the medical part.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what happened. All right, so Judge Newman denied bond. Well, he said he wanted a psychiatric evaluation. Donna Maddox did one, but he still denied bond. And they said they'd never known a case with like these kind of charges not to get a bond ever, anywhere, anytime. That obviously they think it's got something to do with the media pressure. I don't know, but anyway, that's what they think. So anyway, they appealed to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court originally said they were not going to expedite it. But then they wrote the Attorney General and said, you got 10 days to respond, which cut the time to respond by 10 days, which apparently this week is their last week of holding court. So their deadline is like Wednesday to respond. So Jim and them think that if they weren't going to let me out, they would have just slow walked it and let the time run. And then, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they seem to think that by doing that, they're going to do something. But like I said, you know what?
Well, it makes you think they're going to rule on it, what they're going to do. You know, you never know. But
you know what? I just say I'll see it when it happens, and
because in today's climate, man, they might be okay with issuing a ruling that you stay in. You know.
That's
I don't know. But I will say, in a normal sense, I agree with what Dick and Jim are thinking.
I do too.
Why else would they do
what
that?
they say makes sense, but I
That's
still
right.
say believe it when I see it. So
that's right.
Anyway, all right, though. Well, I wasn't sure when a lot of times on Monday nights and early in the week they have this thing on lockdown, so I figured I'd give you a call and I'll touch base with you soon.
Man, sounds good. Well, I hope everything does go good with the Supreme Court and all that kind of stuff.
I'll be talking to you before then. Lizzie told me that she read in the Island Packet where they say they're doing a virtual, I don't understand what this would be, but a virtual bond hearing on Friday. I don't know if that's got something to do with the statewide grand jury or that's the Supreme Court or I don't know.
I don't know, but we've been hearing a bunch of people that have been subpoenaed to go testify in front of the grand jury. I mean, lots of people. So, I mean, I don't know what any of that, what any conclusions they're drawing.
Well, like people who like.
So like Annette and Christy had to go, Jeannie had to go. A lot of the people that you took money from had to go, have been called to go.
Yeah.
So,
10-4.
right.
Y'all still giving them that?
I assume so. I mean, I haven't, but I assume they know.
I don't know if they.
I know they. I don't know. I'll make sure Jim knows.
You will?
Oh yeah. I'll send him a text right now.
Okay, that's a deal. Thank you. And tell Jim I'll give him a call tomorrow. I try not to bother him very much.
No, I understand. All right, man. Sounds good. All right. How you doing with the canteen money?
What's that?
How you doing with the canteen money?
Well, I'm doing good now because they messed up my thing. I told you can order like $60 a week. Well,
John did the last one, and I'm doing the next, but John did it before they told me.
They didn't get. So I had money to order today because they messed up, and I didn't get an order. I didn't get canteen. I ordered last week today. So
okay, so I'll go ahead and update that then.
They didn't take the money out, so I had the money on there when I placed my order today. So
otherwise you'd be getting low.
I won't have canteen this week, but then I put an order in and it doesn't get screwed up. I'll get it next week.
All right, sounds good. I'll make sure there's money on there.
So, all right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. All right.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm sorry to be stalking you.
No, I was just in the shower. I just got out. How are you?
I'll be real quick.
Okay.
Jim and Dick came to see me today, and I gave them Lizzie's letter. You're right about that bond hearing on things, so it's virtual, so they seem very optimistic, but like I say, we'll see. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you call Jim real quick and give him Brooklyn's address?
Yes, I will do that right now.
I hope he'll get that letter out today instead of tomorrow, because she's going up there with Buster for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
So, I tried to call him, but I couldn't get him.
Well, do you want me to tell? Yeah, I still have it on the text. So, I can, do you want me to tell him to open up and take a screenshot of it and text it to her? Or you
can mail it to her.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely get that.
So, if he can get it out in his mail today, she'll get it 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love you. Talk to you soon.
Okay, love you too.
Thank you. Hey, I got your letter from Thanksgiving today, and that was so sweet, and thank you.
I think that children's story is really poignant for adults too.
What now?
I think that children's story, did you have a chance to read that?
I did.
I think that's really applicable to adults too.
No, there's no question, what he's called, 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
They say to every person in the world, you can come to with 6 degrees of separation, you can find a person that is connected to another person in 6 degrees. In other words, you can Donald Trump, and I mean, you and Donald Trump are probably connected in 3 degrees. You know.
Well, not so sure about that one. Everybody else.
I mean,
yeah.
Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows the president. So, you know, that's 3 degrees. So, anyway.
Well, I think even like in our situation right now, you know, I mean, we've got an invisible line to each other even right now that's connecting us.
I thought that was good, and that was the sweetest note. Hard for me to read.
No. Well, I think about you all day long, and I lift you up in prayer all day long, and even my cousin Will called me yesterday, and my aunt, who used to be married to my Uncle Paul, but they got a divorce, she said,
yeah, I remember her from the lake.
Yeah, she's real pretty, and she said that she had been praying for you and Buster.
Well, good deal. Well, thank you for the letter. Jim mailed your letter. You ain't gotten it yet?
No, and I checked the mailbox when I picked the kids up from school just a while ago.
I gave it to him late on Friday, so he probably didn't mail it till yesterday.
Mhm.
So it'll be there. It'll be there before I will, that's for sure.
Well, so if all goes well on Friday, will they let you out on Friday?
I don't know. I got to call. Hey, bud.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Nothing, just at work.
Am I catching you at a bad time?
No.
10-4. I was going to call you last night, but it was like 10:20 before I could use the phone. I didn't want to wake you up.
I gotcha.
Were you asleep?
It would have been close.
I figured that, and I knew I could call you this morning. Hey, Joe Mama's going to Arkansas this weekend.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
When's he leaving?
Friday morning.
Have you talked to him in case this thing works out Friday?
No.
10-4. All right, I'll call him. Good. Tell Brooklyn to check her mailbox before she leaves to go to Rock Hill. I had Jim mail her a letter yesterday.
All right.
Everything else good?
Yeah, everything's good.
All right. You sound like you're a little bit busy. What time do you get off?
5.
All right, I'll call you around. I don't know if I better call at 5, but I'll call you as close to it as I can on either side.
Okay.
Everything else going good?
Yeah, everything's
Have you
good.
heard anything more from Butch?
No, but I'm going to reach out to him today if I don't hear from him.
What's the day, Wednesday?
Yeah.
What's the day, the 8th?
Something like that. Yeah, it's the 8th.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Who's John going to Arkansas with?
It's that club that he's in.
Where are you going?
Stuttgart.
10-4. When's he coming back?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
He's going on Friday and he's coming back Sunday?
I think so.
Is he driving or flying?
Flying. He's flying.
So what's he going to hunt? Like Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and come back Sunday?
No, I'm sure it'll be Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, and then come back.
If he leaves Friday, I don't know, I guess he could leave at 6 or 7, get to Atlanta at 8. I guess he could get out there late morning and hunt that afternoon.
Yeah, I think they're leaving early in the morning on Friday.
They are? All right, well, good deal. Everything going okay at work?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to call you after I talk to John Marley.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. I hear you getting ready to go to Arkansas.
Yep, I leave on Friday.
Well, that sounds fun. When you coming back?
I come back Sunday. It's just a day and a half hunt.
Will you hunt Saturday morning, afternoon, and Sunday morning?
Yep, Saturday morning for ducks, Saturday afternoon for geese, and Sunday morning for ducks, and then leave about lunchtime or after lunch.
That sounds good. Has Jim talked to you?
I talked to him yesterday.
All right. So did he tell you what they think about what's going to happen or what's potentially going on Friday?
Well, he said there was the bond hearing, and then the hearing for the receivership. Is that right?
I don't know about the hearing for the receivership.
Yeah, they having a reconsideration motion or whatever it's called.
Oh, the Tiller's arguing.
Yes.
Or Dick's going to it.
I think Tiller's arguing it.
10-4. All right. Well, he said there's a bond hearing or something. So in case, I don't get my hopes up, but in case there is, we got stuff ready to do a bond.
I'm sorry, I lost you there. So you said
if they're right and end up being right, do we have stuff to do a bond?
Well, yeah. So what I told Jim, he says that they would have the bond hearing on Friday. Don't know if he'll get the answer on Friday, and he just said that he would reach out to me on Monday, and if they do grant bond, that week, then just depending on what it is, we'll see if there's something that I can address.
10-4. All right. So it wouldn't be Friday even if it'd be.
According to him, he said that he did not think. He says, "Don't." I said, "Should I leave a check or should I do something?" He says, "No." He said, "Just reach back out to me on Monday, and we'll know or we should be finding out if the judges will, grant it, and if so, how much." And he said we could address it on Monday.
Okay. 10-4.
And obviously I'll do anything I can, or whatever you want me to do.
10-4. All right. Well, we'll figure it out from there.
Right. I assume that if they grant the bond, you want me to pay it, correct?
If it's something reasonable. If it's not reasonable, do what I need to do.
Okay. Well, I don't mind doing it. I don't mind paying it.
Well, let's just see what it is, and we'll go.
But to answer your question, yes. So I told him that I would be available and prepared to do whatever.
So will you have phone service where you're going?
Yeah, but I'll be back on Sunday.
Okay.
So I leave Friday and come back Sunday, so I'm really just going for the weekend. And he says he didn't need to talk to me again until Monday.
Perfect. Okay.
So I will be available Monday, and I can write a check, drive it up there. I'll do whatever I'm able to do.
All right. Well, I'll get in touch with you after Friday and just maybe kind of give you a heads up on what the feel was.
Okay.
All right. Everything else is okay?
Yeah. Everything's good.
All right.
Yep.
I got a lot of stories to tell y'all if and whenever I get out of here. I'll tell you what.
All right. Jim told me the one about the one guy, but
yeah, that's crazy, man. But anyway, all right. I'll talk to you soon.
Call me back and let me know if there's anything I need to do, or I'm glad to do whatever.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, that's a wrap for this volume of Jailhouse Phone Calls. I want to thank everyone quickly for listening. Check out the Patreon. Cannot do what it is I do without all these amazing folks. And until next time, for Exposed, Scandalous Files of the Elite, I'm your host, Jim Chapman. Much love.